consulting jobs, it needs a personalized
personalized services.
You cannot say this one. On today's episode, we're gonna discuss about AI and how it will affect agents and clients.
Restaurant, stuff like that. And you know, sometimes that robot voice comes on.
Yeah.
Right? Doesn't it infuriate you? Doesn't it like make you angry? Like, I want to talk to a human.
Yes. Yeah, today, yes. But the way that AI is growing, we will not have this problem moving on.
It might. We shout enough at the robots, they're going to rise up against us. We're going to have a Terminator Skynet situation on our hands. You know, like imagine like your real estate agent is trying to kill you.
He was saying that in the next 5 to 10 years, AI will replace the agents.
And whether you really need a college degree to succeed in life.
Look at the wealthy people around the world. How many of them are actually educated?
That's true, not that many.
Not that many.
Psychologically, there's a direct correlation between knowledge and making money, because sometimes it's counterproductive, because the person who's more educated overthinks a lot more.
And we had an interesting discussion about casinos, Ras Al Khaimah, and do we think casinos are coming to Dubai? There was talks about Dubai's casino for many years. Since 2019, 2018, people were talking about casino in Caesar's Palace.
How much are we betting?
I will say in the next 5 years, definitely it's happening.
100 dirhams?
100 dirhams. Deal. Let's shake us.
There we go. And lastly, we will delve into global politics and UAE's socio-political state.
In my opinion, UAE, or let's say Dubai, have a plan, a structure. This is the end goal. We want to reach here. And they're moving towards that goal step by step. And one of the reasons, actually, people, again, as you said, people are moving from the West here. I had a Canadian client, and he was specifically mentioning this. He said, they're teaching my kids in school this kind of stuff.
Packed house of parents, many furious about her decision to discuss the topic of gender identity inside her kindergarten class.
This is the last episode of our podcast, but after this, we're getting canceled.
Stay tuned.
Hello, guys, and welcome back to another podcast with our company. And finally, we've come up with a name for our podcast. What is it called, Mr. Puya?
Primetime Primo.
Primetime Primo.
Yep.
Bringing you the latest and the best news about the market and about other stuff as well. So today, we have decided to match. I don't know why. Coincidentally, me and Puya are wearing the same thing today.
It's not the same thing. It's similar, let's say.
More or less the same thing. I have good taste in fashion, and Puya likes to follow that, so it's okay. I allow him this time. But please, Puya, next time we need to coordinate to not be wearing the same thing.
What's the problem of wearing the same thing? I don't understand.
It's weird. I mean, like, people already say we look like brothers, but now we're starting to look like twins.
We don't look anything like each other, just to let you know. I'm much better looking. You're bald, by the way. Anyways, guys, so I decided that we have to add other topics other than real estate. I mean, so far we discussed mainly about real estate, but moving forward, we're going to add other topics. So it's just not a pure real estate podcast. It can be having different topics in it.
It's quite good, actually, because I mean, like, everyone's doing a podcast about real estate now, and it would be interesting to share other information that we have or we read about with the audience as well. Because these other topics can impact the real estate market too, so they go hand in hand. It's synergetic in a way.
But definitely real estate is a big part of our life,
Correct.
so real estate is going to have a big part of the podcast.
Definitely.
So starting today, we're going to discuss about an important topic that, if you remember, we had a friend as well which is in tech. And we discussed about AI and the new technologies in real estate. He believed that the agent's role in the market will be completely gone in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yes, I remember this
yeah?
meeting. It was interesting.
So obviously we had different topics. So one of the things we're going to discuss today is about that. And since he's not here, we couldn't invite him. We're going to talk on his behalf and
Correct.
his opinion. So Ali, you start first. What do you think about the AI and the new technologies coming?
Going back to that meeting, me and you saw eye to eye against them in a way. I believe that AI will impact real estate positively. However, the impact will not be that great in the short time span that we're going to see, because he predicted that within the next 5 to 10 years, if I'm not mistaken, that it will severely impact our industry. It will somehow make agents redundant, but I don't agree with him, because we're in a service business. The fact that the client comes to us states that they need us for this personalized service, taking care of them, attending to their unit before sales, after sales service, and this
So
connection with
just
the
to cut you
client.
off, the real talk was that he was saying that, and you give me your opinion. He was saying that in the next 5 to 10 years, AI will replace the agents. What do you think about
I don't
that?
think so. No, that is not going to happen. I don't agree with him. Like, you cannot fully replace a real estate agent because what we do is service. We're not selling products, we're consulting with the client. Selling the product is the developer's job. What we do is we provide a personalized service to cater to the client's needs. And I do not think, for the time being or for the next 5 to 10 years, AI can replace what we do for the clientele. Well, what do you think about it?
Well, definitely, I don't think it will replace it. Again, we might be biased about it. Viewers can take their own opinion, have their own opinion. But in my opinion, the service industry, especially in real estate, let's say lawyers, let's say this kind of consulting jobs, it needs a personalized. It needs personalized. I don't know how do I. It's not so difficult to say.
Service, attention.
Okay, what we were even talking. I don't
We're
know.
talking about why our industry needs personalized
Okay.
services.
You cannot say this one. So the clients need this is a job that the clients need a human to help them with, as you said, help them with the services. I mean, an AI cannot rent the unit for you. An AI cannot help you with the payments. An AI cannot do a lot of things. It's true that we reached a point that in the near future AI might do heart surgeries, but understand this: heart surgery or this kind of work, it can have a script. 1, 2, 3. You do this, you do this, you do that. End of the story. There's no special case. There's no special situation. Actually, in this case, because it's by hand, AI or a robot can do it much better. There's much less chance for a mistake.
Correct.
But in our field, let's say lawyers or real estate agents, consultants, investment consultants, they can help AI to understand what can be better for the client. So it will be a tool for us to use in order to give better consultation.
It's an added value service.
It's
for
an
us,
added
yes.
value, but it will definitely not completely replace the agents. It doesn't make sense.
It can take away some of the robotic parts. For example, where I would think it would be beneficial is like pre-qualifying a client, a certain set of questions, like when a client registers their interest, a certain set of questions in a chat
Other
format.
than pre-qualifying, I mean, for us, let's say the topic was from the client's perspective, how they would benefit from AI. It's not it's definitely gonna be helping in terms of the consultation part.
True.
Let's say the research part.
True.
We don't need to put that much
Data,
Yes,
information,
exactly.
and but like let me ask you this, Puya. You call like the developers, restaurants, stuff like that. And you know, sometimes that robot voice comes on.
Yeah.
Right? Doesn't it infuriate you? Doesn't it like make you angry? Like, I want to talk to a
today,
human.
Yes. Yeah, today, yes. But the way that AI is growing, we will not have this problem moving forward.
But
I mean, look at ChatGPT.
The psychology is there, you know, like because of the weakness in it or the limitations, people still have that mentality. Like, if I get the gist that I'm talking to a robot, I don't want it. Connect me to the operator, connect me to a human being. I want to talk to a human being. And I feel like just this, although it will improve, definitely it is improving, this mentality from the client's perspective will also take some time to completely shift, to be able to comfortably talk to a robot.
Well, let's put something for sure. AI, even if it's going to replace agents, it's not going to be in the next 10 years. That's for sure.
Definitely. This we agree on.
But let's say even if we reach a point that AI is doing a really good job, they can replace any human in any field. The argument is that you're saying people do not like to talk to a robot.
They prefer
even
not
if
to. Majority
even
of
if it's
people,
better. But I think if it reaches a point that is acting like a human, how would you know?
You would not know the difference.
Robot.
And people will get used to it eventually.
But the other side of the argument is that you cannot complain to a robot the same way you can complain to a human. I mean,
and you cannot
sometimes
hold anyone liable. And that, once again, that is another thing that's been faced with, like, because we've had errors from similar technologies, and you cannot hold anyone liable when you're dealing with a robot.
It's not only about liability, it's about, I mean, sometimes as customers, let's say you call a restaurant, your food is late, which can happen. When you're calling, you know it's not the person's fault, but you're just shouting at him, fighting with him because it makes you feel better. If it's in a robot, you know shouting it will not affect it, so you will not feel good
It
about
might. It might. We shout enough at the robots, they're gonna rise up against us. We're gonna have a Terminator Skynet situation on our hands. You know, like imagine like your real estate agent is trying to kill you, the AI real estate agent. No, but jokes aside, I feel like it will be an added value. As a matter of fact, it might take away some of the robotic parts from our business and actually help us focus more on what the client really needs.
I definitely agree. I really don't see that AIs in the next at least 10 years would replace agents. Matter of fact, it will add a value to them. It will help them to manage their time. It will help them with the research. They don't need to spend the same amount of time in research and getting information. They can get it much more filtered with the help of
But
AI.
even now, the improvements have been crazy. I mean, like one of the agents in our company, no degree in this industry, no previous software history as well. They managed to actually make an effective bot on chat and on call and actually spoke to it. And it's very close. It's there. So if someone in this caliber can do it, I'm wondering the improvements that are being made by larger organizations that specialize in this. We will see effective results.
Definitely, we'll see AI in many fields, but I think this is one of the fields, same as the lawyer's job, same as other similar jobs, consultations in this kind of work, investment, not consultation as of what kind of medicine I should use. It will not be replaced anytime soon with AI.
Definitely not. And coming back to this topic in particular about, I told you our agent, this was a question that was raised previously to me. Like, does a real estate degree, like, I mean, not a real estate degree, but does a degree matter? Like in Dubai, based on your personal experience, do you need a degree to succeed these days in any industry, not just real estate?
I don't think we need a degree to succeed. I mean, not only in Dubai, anywhere else in the world. How important is the degree? Degree is basically securing you a 9 to 5 job. Nobody sees that as a huge success. This is a normal life for everyone. Basically, you're guaranteeing yourself to not completely fail. Having a proper good degree will guarantee you that you will not fail miserably. That's what it is. But would it guarantee any success?
No,
not at all.
Necessarily.
I mean, look at the wealthy people around the world. How many of them are actually educated?
That's true. Not that many.
Not that many.
By the way, just an interesting thing to point out, and I mean, like I studied about this as well. The reason why majority of really successful people or rich people or people who make money fast happen and or that takes place is because of their lack of education. Because someone who is educated, a lot of the times they're not willing to take the risks because they factor in the pros and the cons, right?
It's not only about that they're factoring the pros and the cons. They're in a path that usually does not lead to success. They're putting themselves in a path. Let's say you are an engineer or you're a doctor. I'm not saying doctors are failure, especially in the Western countries, they make a lot of money. But let's say in Middle East, we're talking about Middle East at the moment. In Dubai, normal doctors, they don't make that much money.
True.
And let's say you studied for 7-10 years. Now you're a doctor. Would you go out of your field and now suddenly work, let's say, as a real estate agent? Definitely will not do it. Would you work in some other high-risk jobs that can pay off really much more? You would not, because you already spent 10 years in that. So you want to...
No, but what I meant was this. Like, let's say two people, both of them are in sales, right? The probability of the person with less education succeeding is higher. Psychologically, there's a direct correlation between knowledge and making money, because sometimes it's counterproductive, because the person who's more educated overthinks a lot more, spends time thinking about it, the outcomes, and some majority of the times they don't take the risk. But the person who has lower education, who understands it less, they just do it. It's like they keep throwing in their reel and eventually they will catch a fish. And I'm seeing this a lot as well, because once again, and especially in our industry, majority of the people, I'd say they come from backgrounds where they don't have degrees or completely different industries, and they're succeeding because of this, because of their lack of specific knowledge about this industry. It helps them take more risks, take more chances.
One interesting video I saw from Mark Cuban, probably one of the best thing I saw, there was a Q&A and someone asked him if you had to do it all over again, what you would do. And he answered, I will go into sales. That's the first thing I will do. I will go into sales, and through sales I will make money, then I will start businesses or whatever. And I cannot agree more with him. It's the best shortcut to making good money is the sales. So sales, you don't need education, you don't need any special talents. You just have to be good in talking. Go into a proper sales job, whether it's, let's say, private jet sales, real estate sales, whatever. You go into that, or many other different sales job opportunities. You go into that, and you have an opportunity to make more than a doctor who studied
That's
for
true.
10, 15 years.
That's true. And see, I'll go into my personal life a little bit, why I go into this business. I have a degree. I have a business degree, and I graduated with honors with a GPA of 4. But when I was 19 years old, I did a simple calculation. I told myself, okay, if I graduate with this business degree, my monthly income at best would start at like 7,000 dirhams a month, right? And eventually with the growth within 5 years, I could probably push this up to like 15, 20,000 dirham salary. I'd work in the bank or in some kind of corporation. And I spoke to one of my relatives who owns his own real estate company. And when I saw the financials of what an agent was making, this was extremely lucrative to me in terms of sales. So that is why I decided, as you said, to join sales and join real estate at the age of 19. Now, I didn't stop studying just to keep my mom happy, so I got my degree. But if I went down the path of just becoming a 9-to-5 guy, I wouldn't be where I am today at my age. Alhamdulillah, with some success. I'm not saying it's the best, but some success. So your advice is completely right. Like, really, if someone has the guts to do it, get into sales and get into the sale of something good, something valuable, something you can be proud of.
Interestingly, my father is a dentist. So usually this kind of families that you have
He wants to become a real estate agent now?
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying, like, interestingly, when you're born in this kind of families, they're really pushing you for higher education. If not doctor, at least something similar to that. Definitely, they will push you to become a doctor. But in our family, they did not do that. My father was like, you're open to do whatever you like.
To be honest, same. That was a joke, by the way, about my mom. Really, like, from my dad told me, he's like, do whatever you want. Like, your life is yours, do it. I went to university on my accords. I did well in class on my accords as well. But they also told me, do whatever you want. And that was actually one of the best developments I could say.
One of the best advice
I got,
one of the best advice I got from all my mentors that I had is that do whatever you like. Just be the best at it.
At it, yeah.
Don't if you don't like to become a doctor, don't become a doctor. If you don't like to become an engineer, don't become an engineer. If you want to be a thief even, be the best. That's the only thing. Choose whatever you like, be the best at it. That's the best advice I got.
That is very good. That's true. It's very good. And, there's actually a funny saying about that. It's not funny, but it's an interesting saying. It says, fear not the man who practices 10,000 kicks. Fear the man who practices one kick 10,000 times. Something similar to that. So it's like, even if you're a cleaner, even if you're, I don't know, like building houses or whatever, be the best at it.
Yeah, if you're the best at it, you have a very good chance of growth.
True. Puya, do you like gambling?
Yeah, I like it actually. I enjoy it. I don't know why.
What kind of gambling?
Everything. Whatever that is related to gambling, I like it.
So whatever helps you lose money, you like?
Yeah, not only money. I mean, gambling and everything.
Guys,
your life as well.
I will start sending out my CVs, please, if you know any good company. He's probably going to gamble away our company when the casinos open up. The casinos, Ras Al Khaimah, Dubai. Man, is it happening or no?
Definitely it's happening. If they announce it, then definitely it's happening.
You seem excited. Your hands are already shaking.
Yeah, I want to be there. But I mean, the reason that why some people doubt it is because there was talks about Dubai's casino for many, many years. Since 2019, 2018, people were talking about casino in Caesar's Palace, Blue Waters. But it didn't happen till today. So that's why some people are doubting maybe in Ras Al Khaimah same thing happened. But I have to mention that in Dubai, they never announced it officially.
No,
it was just
rumors.
Talk about it among the people. And in Ras Al Khaimah, definitely it's happening. The interesting part, I think it will happen in Dubai. Until now, it didn't happen because they want to give an opportunity for Ras Al Khaimah. But my personal opinion is definitely happening in Dubai as well.
But it's crazy how these rumors impacts like real estate in the other states. For instance, remember how hot Ras Al Khaimah was for like 3 or 4 months?
Yeah.
Everyone was talking about it. Then with one announcement that was, I still don't know if it was a rumor or not, someone posted on Instagram, it went viral, and I think that severely impacted the Ras Al Khaimah market because the like casinos are opening in Dubai, and Ras Al Khaimah just lost one of its main unique selling points.
I don't think it had such an impact. I mean, Ras Al Khaimah sales was like reducing over time.
But it lasted 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, it wasn't about the Instagram post at all. Majority of the buyers, they don't even know about this guy or the post that he's posting. So the reason is that it's just about, I mean, markets move by hype. We know that. Every market, not only real estate. So there was news everywhere about Ras Al Khaimah and the casino. At that period, there was a hype and people were buying. Which takes us to the next question and an argument that we had a couple of times at the time of the hype of Ras Al Khaimah, us and clients as well, where always there was the question: is it worth investing in cities other than Dubai? And at that time, we consider Ras Al Khaimah one of the best options. Abu Dhabi is also a great option, but if you look at the grand scale of things, if I want to buy today, let's say 3 million dirhams, 2 million dirhams, would I put my money in Dubai or I put it in other city? Personally, I put it in Dubai.
I agree with you.
Yeah. Historically looking, a lot of time other cities tried to compete with Dubai. They never succeeded. I mean, in terms of matching Dubai's growth or the ROI or the capital gains in Dubai, they never matched it. And that's why I bet my money in a safer option, which is Dubai. But the other question is, does it really worth it to invest in Ras Al Khaimah? Again, it's good. It's a really good option, in my opinion. One of the best options. You cannot get this kind of price per square feet in such island-style living on the beach, on the sea.
And not too far. Like, what is it, like an hour and 20, 30 minutes from Dubai?
Yeah, so it's definitely worth investing. But if I wanted to choose between this and this,
Dubai.
I would choose Dubai. If someone wants to put his eggs in different baskets, yeah, Ras Al Khaimah can be a great option as well.
But like, I want to summarize the pros and cons, in my opinion, quickly.
Yeah.
So that the viewers also understand what I think with my experience. I mean, like, in terms of pros, you get different things. For example, Ramhan Island, Abu Dhabi, you're getting something similar to the Maldives with an hour, 30 minutes drive. Ras Al Khaimah, you're getting brands, Aldar, Address, AMR, Ellington, that quiet waterfront living at a lot of affordable prices compared to Dubai. So these are some of the benefits that people have. And ideally, I think it's mostly for second homes and in Abu Dhabi for investments, Aldar projects. Another pro that I see in terms of the sizes and the prices, obviously they're a lot cheaper. They have a lot of better packages and promotions at the moment so that they can grow it. And you're an early bird in these markets because they haven't had the development that Dubai has had over the years. However, on a negative point of view, why I believe that we see eye to eye about Dubai is one, track record. Dubai has proven itself, not just in terms of monetary and the growth and the financials, but also in terms of rules and regulations. Everything is very clear cut. Investors, international, nothing happens to them. They come, everything is written in stone.
Personally, I don't think this is a big issue. I mean, UAE overall have a great track record.
But it's not about like having a bad track. It's about how much emphasis was made on the real estate sector. Dubai has been constantly improving. And as a matter of fact, what I'm seeing is the other states are actually taking influence from Dubai's laws and regulations.
Definitely. So it comes back to the same argument that I made. In terms of comparing them, if I want to choose one of them, definitely I will choose Dubai. But if I want to put my eggs in different basket, it's not bad to put in Ras Al Khaimah and other states some money, some investment.
Or like an investment, a second home, like instead of traveling to the Maldives, just go to Abu Dhabi, you're getting a similar vibe. But something a bit more sensitive, Puya, back again in terms of the history of these other states, like certain discrepancies have happened, for instance, in Sharjah or like in Ajman. And I feel like people who've been in the UAE for quite some time, they have this fear as well, and they don't want to deviate from investing in Dubai. And I know they've made changes, but what's your opinion on that, about the things that have happened in the past with the other states?
I mean, even Dubai in the past had some issues. Let's say before the escrow account, during 2007 to 2008, there was a huge issue. A lot of developers went bankrupt and there was no escrow account. The money was with the developer. So a lot of development went bankrupt and people lost money. So this happened even in Dubai. Majority of the new players, whether it's a company, it's a state, when they start something new, they make mistakes. And the good thing about it that they are interested in improving it and fixing the
That is
mistake,
true.
which is what happened in Dubai. They introduced the escrow account, a lot of changes happen, and we see a great result right now. Great security for the clients, great security for the investors. Same thing has happened in other states. So I don't see it as a huge issue. But again, if I had to choose, I would choose Dubai because of the longer history, better track record overall, and
Your familiarity with the market.
yeah,
you're
the
comfortable.
higher capital gain.
And I think the reason why Dubai has had this improvement compared to the other states is because majority of Dubai's income is not from oil and gas. I'd say around 90% of Dubai's income is from industries other than oil and gas. Oil and
Actually,
gas,
2% of Dubai's economy is from
2 or 3%
from oil,
is
yeah.
from oil and gas, and the rest of it is either from FDI, from real estate, from banking and retail services. So this propelled us to improve our real estate to compete internationally and be among one of the best internationally in Dubai. But definitely people should keep their eyes on the other states because once again, another very, very important factor is that developers like Emaar and Aldar don't put their money somewhere bad. And the
Definitely,
fact
yeah.
that they're in Ras Al, to me, this is the selling
No,
point.
it will be nice. Again, that's why I said it's
It
good
won't,
to.
has
it's
Emaar
good-
made mistakes to this day?
No,
No. Has anyone made a loss with Emaar if they've held long enough?
no.
No, right? So if MR is taking their project somewhere, everyone else will follow, and it's a guarantee, guys. MR is, if you want only one indicator of why you should consider investing in other states, is the fact that MR is there. And
No,
Aldar
again,
are there.
I'm repeating what I said. It's a great option to have as if you want to split your investments. The question was if you want to choose only one of them, then it's Dubai. But if you have the opportunity to invest multiple places,
a good
Ras Al
option.
Khaimah can be
Good
one of the
for
good options.
consideration.
But I want to take your opinion about the casino. Moving back to the casino. So why do you think in Dubai till now it didn't happen? Although there was a lot of rumors, Caesar's Palace opened, and everyone thought that the casino's opening, but till now it didn't happen.
Well, see, there's a few things about that. I mean, like, it's a great cultural shift for where we are. This is a Muslim country, and there's stigmas about gambling and stuff like that. But this is one of the main reasons, religious reasons, and then second thing, cultural. They go hand in hand. And third thing, it's not something easy to regulate or implement. You need a gaming committee, you need gaming board. I mean, like, to this day in America, you have problems with casinos being cheated and the rules. So it has to be very, very solid, your foundation, before you implement something like this. And casinos are sometimes gateways to a lot of crime and a lot of bad things that also happen. So they need to make sure that those things are also properly taken care of.
But how come Ras Al Khaimah initiated this before Dubai? Although Dubai, there was talk about it, and again, Caesar's Palace Hotel opened, and they had the opportunity to do it much before Ras Al Khaimah. They were talking about it, I'm sure.
They said they even had the games underneath
Yes.
waiting, ready.
Yes.
Okay, that in itself is a rumor. Why I think Ras Al Khaimah did this is, to some extent, like, I mostly agree with you, although I don't have solid facts, but I agree with you. I feel like the states agreed that Ras Al Khaimah should start it. One, because of where it's located around water. It's going to be something similar to like Macau, for instance. And even in Ras Al Khaimah, if you look, it's on one specific island, Marjan Island, where the hotels are there and where the casino is going to be. So I believe they've consolidated it there, and they want to have Ras Al Khaimah be firstly represented as one of the states that has casino. So if anyone wants to go to a casino, they can drive an hour and go over there before it is implemented to the other
the
states.
question is, this is the question. The question is, would UAE decide that, okay, casinos are exclusively for Ras Al Khaimah, so Ras Al Khaimah is known for the casinos,
casinos.
the same way Las Vegas is known for the casinos, so people drive there.
It could be, because we see this segmentation in the states. Abu Dhabi is the capital. Finances, political things, Abu Dhabi. Dubai is known for investments, for real estate, for business setups. Sharjah is the cultural and the religious hub of the UAE. And there is a possibility that Ras Al Khaimah could somehow be specialized in
So
this
you
segment.
think, based on your theory, you think that Dubai is not going to have the casino?
It will.
Then how come?
I think it will. But for the start, for the beginning, the main one, right? For example, Las Vegas is not the only place in America that's got a casino,
Yeah.
but it's the place that is known for the casinos.
Yeah.
You got casinos in Mississippi, you got casinos in other states as well. In my opinion, we'd have something similar. Ras Al Khaimah will be like the Las Vegas, will be the place, and not just all of Ras Al Khaimah, Marjan Island. It will be known as the Las Vegas, and then the other states, following with Dubai, would also offer casinos in some of their select hotels.
My personal opinion, I think if Dubai opened casinos, it will not be just casinos. It will be a great hub. It's not like, as you said, Las Vegas is known for casinos. Other places also have. It will not just be other places also have.
We will do it
will
better.
be something
In my
great. They will
opinion,
do
we do
something
it
great.
better.
And they will definitely advertise it, because why else you're going through this headache of opening a casino if you're not gonna properly advertise it and make money out of it through investment, through tourism, whatever. So definitely they will push a lot on it if they opened it.
I want to raise a sensitive socio-political topic as well. The reason why a lot of people are moving to the Middle East, again, places like Dubai, UAE, Qatar, Kuwait, and places like this, is because they're getting away from the West.
Yeah.
Like purely socio-political. They're getting away from the West because some of the things that are happening there are not in tune with Middle Eastern cultures, with their religions, people who've been living there, and they're actually shifting back to the Middle East. Not just that, even Christians, people who are more religious and hold their cultures more strongly, they're shifting back here. Now, do you think that having a casino in the UAE will somehow negatively impact people's lives over here, or there will be negative stigma about it? Because the UAE is getting more and more liberal year by year. I mean, we're seeing this, even with their laws and regulations. Do you think there will be negative stigma about this?
See, in my opinion, UAE, or let's say Dubai, have a plan, a structure. This is the end goal. We want to reach here. And they're moving towards that goal step by step. It's not like randomly they are moving toward liberalism space step by step. It's not the fact. They have an end goal. They have the end picture. This is how we want to look like. And they're moving to that picture step by step. And that final picture definitely aligns with the culture of the people. It aligns with the religion of the people. So we're definitely not gonna reach a day that we're having similar stuff that what's going on in America and Canada in terms of this gender stuff. I mean, definitely we're not gonna see that.
I certainly hope so. I mean, like, this is what makes me love this place.
And one of the reasons, actually, people, again, as you said, people are moving from the West here. I had a Canadian client, and he was specifically mentioning this. He said, they're teaching my kids in school this kind of stuff. And I came to Dubai only for this reason, because if I complain about it, they will take my kid from me. I don't want to lose my
That is
kids.
true. And in
Simple
Canada,
as
it's a
that.
disaster. They will forcefully take your kids away from you.
So definitely we're not reaching that. I mean, the end goal is very clear. They're moving towards that end goal step by step.
But I believe balance is the most important.
I believe
thing.
casino is part of that end goal. When it's gonna happen, I have no idea, but I'm 100% sure it's gonna happen in Dubai, and they're gonna advertise, and they're gonna definitely.
Did you
benefit.
say you 100% say it's going to happen in Dubai?
Yes.
Since you love gambling so much, how much are we betting?
There's no point in betting because I'm not setting a date. So if even I say 100% it's happening, and after 2 years you said it didn't happen, I'm not gonna lose the bet because I didn't
You
set a
like
date.
gambling. Let's put some money where it's worth.
I will say in the next 5 years, definitely it's happening.
100 dirhams?
100 dirhams.
Deal. We factor in inflation too.
All right.
let's close.
shake one.
There we go. So Puya, more about the socio-political aspects of Dubai. With the number of people that have been coming in the past 3 years, you're seeing a lot of different characters, a lot of different cultures and personalities. How do you think this is fitting in with the old Dubai and how it used to be?
This is the beautiful thing about Dubai, and again, this is what makes Dubai the place that people are moving to, because they have a structure, and the structure is not changing. It is changing. I mean, improving by better day by day by the leadership, but it's not changing by the people's opinion. So new people coming, they think this is wrong. No, you have to adapt. We'll not adapt to you. So that's the beautiful thing. Although a lot of people are moving to Dubai, you still see compared to 10 years ago, to 15 years ago, we did not change.
No.
They actually changed. The people who come to Dubai. The funny thing, I see a lot of Europeans and Russians, they're now putting hijab and putting
abaya,
clothes.
yeah.
So
The naturalization is very important for any immigrant. See, the reason why people have problems, like for example in America, is that the new wave of immigrants that go there, for instance, they don't naturalize. One of the biggest indicators of people that from different cultures and backgrounds living together is naturalization. For example, like Middle Easterns, they go to America, and some places they're actually trying to follow their own Sharia law, and that doesn't work. Dubai is not like that. When you come to Dubai, you stay for a year, for two, you become a Dubai person. Your accent changes. It becomes a mix of Arabic, English, Iranian, Iranian and Indian, and you speak the same language and you do the same things.
But generally, this is the thing about Europe. I lived 5 years or 4 years in Sweden. They give extra freedom,
Too much freedom.
in the name of freedom of speech or freedom of whatever,
Which is, in my opinion, is wrong.
which is not only wrong, it's damaging everything.
As we're seeing.
Because there's some opinions that are wrong. Why the opinion that is wrong? I mean, you can. It's not that you're not allowed to speak, but you're not supposed to change the system because someone says it. If someone comes and says, "I want this," you're not supposed to adapt to it if it doesn't make sense. And this is what's happening in Dubai. If someone comes from outside and say, "Okay, in my opinion, you should drink in the street," in my opinion, it's not right.
not
And the
right,
government's opinion is not right. So they will not listen to you.
That is true.
That's the beautiful thing. But there, no, everyone have to be happy. Everyone have to do that.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. You cannot make everyone
have that,
happy.
No. And when you do that, you forget one thing I respect about the UAE is that they value their own people. It's the most important thing. When let's say you live in your own house, who would you take care of? Your own family or your guests? You try to balance it as much as you can, but the priority is for your own family.
Yes, but other than this, my main point is that here we have a structure and they are strict about their structure, which makes it a livable place, a very beautifully livable place.
True.
In many Western countries, there's different cultures. Everyone is giving his opinion, and they want to make everyone happy, especially the politicians, because they want as much vote as possible. They're making the policies based on that, not what helps the people
Or the economy.
or the economy.
Or their
They're
own
not.
benefit,
The
yeah.
goal is not to help the people. The goal is to get votes. That's the goal.
But why are they some people so ignorant? Like when there's a post about Dubai on these Western social media pages, immediately when you open the comments, you start seeing attacks. Oh, but you don't have rights. Oh, but you don't have freedom. Okay.
But let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What do you think is freedom? Freedom is the crazy nonsense that's going in the West, and what they teach kids in the school? Or freedom is that my mom, my sister can go out 2 a.m., walk in the
Thank you.
street, safely go, safely come back home. We feel safe, we feel happy, we're free to do whatever we want. Logical things.
True. This is freedom because look, it's easy to write a law on paper, but to implement it to something else. Like for example, they comment that women in the UAE they don't have freedom.
It's ridiculous.
Like you have freedom. Like your wife, your daughter cannot step their foot out of the house after dark. Is this
And
freedom?
there's a stigma or that in the Middle East, women are not respected or something like that.
That is not
which
true.
Is
it's the
completely
opposite. It's exactly
That's
the opposite.
What pisses me off.
We need men's rights. Like I
Actually,
feel abused.
yes.
Like really.
In the metro here, we have women's section. They can sit. They can feel comfortable.
Women's police, women's lines,
Women's taxi.
women's taxi.
And in work, I used to work in promotion. Women's were getting higher rate per hour. For guys in promotion, they get paid, let's say, 60 dirham per hour. For women, it's between 80 to 95. So to all the feminists that are saying women are getting paid less, please explain this. Why we
Ladies
have...
and gentlemen, this is the last episode of our podcast because after this we're getting cancelled. But no, I completely agree with you. Really give me some rights. Like God damn, like I feel left out. Like the women, they're taking over everything.
Everything
you know?
here.
And the good thing is in our cultures, in the Middle East, by the way, for our international viewers, those that you don't know, we really value women higher than we do men. Like it is ingrained in our
Just try
religion
it.
and our culture.
I'll tell you one thing. Just try it. Go to any government entity. You want to go to court, police, whatever. Go to police as an example. As a guy and as a woman, same issue. First day go as a guy, second day a woman goes. Same issue. See which one gets a better treatment. The woman, even if what she's requiring doesn't make any sense, somehow they will fulfill her requirement and her needs.
And but this is like, and we're happy about this, right?
We're happy
because
about
end
it.
of our day, our mothers are here, our wives are here, our daughters are here. I'm exceptionally happy about this situation. Yes, let them value women more. And I believe every single man who lives here, who's got a mother, a daughter, or a wife, would see eye to eye with this. Take some of our rights away, give it to our women. We feel better.
We feel good about it. And
We
that's the
definitely do.
beautiful thing
And
about
that's the
Dubai.
beautiful- And we see this now. The Westerners are coming here, and it's not exclusive to Muslims. Christians, people of Jewish descent, Hindus, people who value their culture strongly, they're moving here because we uphold the standard.
But I will end everything with this. I have a cousin in US. He was in Dubai a few months ago. We were discussing about this, and they're very proud about their democracy. Yeah, we have democracy. We have the First Amendment. We have freedom of speech. You don't have anything here. Blah blah blah. We're discussing about these things, and I ended up telling him this few points that we discussed. I mean, about the freedom that going out, living, your wife, your sister, your mother. But other than this, the democracy that you're so proud of, the main issue I have with that, and with the Western countries overall, that they're proudly presenting their democracy, is that the system is built for votes, not for helping people. Few issues with that, and I will explain it. Firstly, any president that comes in charge, any party that comes in charge, they know that they're in charge for the next 4 years or 8 years maximum. So I need to first fill up my pockets during these years. Secondly, I will not make a plan that's gonna be giving result in 20 years' time, because what's with the benefit? I will not get re-elected. I need to make a plan that will show something in the next 2-3 years. I have to show something to get re-elected. So there's no long-term plan. And thirdly, in the end, the policies that are making, it's not helping the people to live better. The policies that are making is just helping them getting votes in terms of satisfying the voters. So if you have this opinion, I will try to satisfy it, even though it makes everyone's life miserable, or it makes the country garbage after 10 years. But just to get your vote, I will do it. So this is what's happening there. I don't know why you're so proud about that.
And you know, like, guys, I highly suggest, I mean, like, Socrates said this is thousands of years, Plato and Socrates said this like thousands of years ago. From then, if you read the Republic, he clearly outlines the failures of democracy. And I will summarize it in a quote that I really love about democracy. It says that democracy is the election of the corrupt few by the incompetent many. Not everyone should be given the right to vote, because not everyone has the capacity to make this decision.
I definitely agree. But in the end, I mean, there's some benefits of it,
And
definitely.
some downsides.
But
over the past few years, all we're saying is negatives, and every single disaster
but in the end
that
of the
we've
day,
seen.
look at the result. And what's we're having here in the last 20 years, what happened here.
And what happened there.
What with proper planning, like long-term plans, with proper structure that
And with proper leadership.
Yes, and the end of the day, like in terms of culture, things that we discuss, we're having a great time here. I mean, that's the result. So
It speaks for itself.
yes.
Right. So thank you so much for your wonderful insights again, Puya. And we'll catch you on our next show.
Please stay tuned for the next one.